Live. As Na'Vi are going to be looking to bounce back to even this series up but 1-1. Gamers2 have a real shot at causing an upset. Lots of people, myself included, coming into this game thought that Na'Vi would have this in the bag fairly comfortably. Mihu is going to be just popping out there and gets caught completely off guard from Flamey, who was just much faster on the trigger. It is a best of 2, and I stream every day. McKinney-O. Not always casted streams though. I do a lot of chill streams here on my channel. And speaking of chill, the pace definitely seems to have slowed down somewhat between these two. Zeus is going to peek out of toilets. Maniz somewhat baiting his teammate out there. He needs to connect that frag, and he indeed is going to do just that. And the bomb has dropped in a really precarious position for the T side. They do have the player advantage to make that 2-player advantage now. As Guardian lands a slick headshot onto Mouse. And there is Flamey to do the same to Maniz. Bomb's been planted. And now Sparrow, well, definitely not in a position that I envy. And Flamey gets his 3rd kill of the round. What's a BOT? What's the difference between a BO2 and a BO3? These games are actually BO1s, but for CSGO Lounge betting purposes, they have been made into a best of 2. It's for a league, for the GOCL tournament. And the way it works is, if it goes 1-1, then you get your skins back. And if you bet for a team that goes 2-0, you obviously win skins. And of course, if you bet for a team that goes 0-2, you lose your skins. That is the way it works. So if you happen to bet on Na'Vi, you're going to be hoping that they win this round, so you can win this map, I should say, so you get your skins back. And so far, so good for them. Winning the pistol round and now converting with the first few frags in this one too. Innocent Stand 46 does have himself an AK-47. Zeus with a P90. On to short, and that gives Na'Vi the 2-player advantage. Sparrow, Mani's going to be boosting up and hoping that Sparrow can connect some of those Deagle bullets to faces. There's the first one onto Flamey. Doesn't get the second onto Guardian, who's 4 HP remaining. And Maniz is going to save that 5-7, which may seem like a strange play, but the 5-7 is still very good. It is a terrifying weapon if used in the right hands, and the chances of clutching 1v3 when you're against 3 AK-47s isn't the greatest. Fudge. I don't root for either team, I just want awesome CS. That's where my allegiances lay. Awesome CS. So, eco up from Gamers2, Mac 10, MP7, and 3 AKs for Na'Vi. Edward gets the first one, but they actually get themselves 2 pistol frags in retaliation. Zeus, though, with that Mac 10, is just flying out of connector, gets himself 2. Flamey bags himself a frag onto Innocent. And Maniz, well, he tried valiantly from connector, but there's just too many bullets flying his way, and Na'Vi pick up their 3rd. So Gamers2 now on the bite round, full M4s, plenty of grenades to play with as well, and this is the moment when they need to start stamping something down. Decoy at spawn, so that Zeus could pick up his 4th grenade. Na'Vi stacking 2 players on long. Grenade is going to land next to Sparrow. Takes 15 HP off him. But it has given him some information as well, and it allows him to move into a position where he can lock that down. Edward is so close to this stack. The leaning tower of Gamers2. And Innocent has been put down. And the building is demolished as Na'Vi push onto the site. They have 1-player advantage. Make that 2. Edward gets the pick onto Sparrow, smokes out onto CT spawn, slightly whiffed there, but it's not really going to make a huge amount of difference because neither CT player was in close enough proximity to feel that one. And now Mihu running around the corner with a grenade out, and it's going to signify the end of his life. Mouse is just going to try and save this M4 as the bomb's getting planted on B. Even though they took A cleanly, it's on B. It's probably going to work. I'd assume, because Zeus is coming around from the back of Mouse, but Mouse had a split second there where he had a chance through that smoke to maybe get a lucky headshot. And had he have connected on that, it would have been Na'Vi throwing away a great opportunity. So, it's these small decisions that can prove to be costly that really bit them in the backside on Mirage. But so far so good, 4-0 on T side. That's back to another eco for Gamers2. Are they going to try anything fancy here? 4 players on B, hoping for the stack while Maniz pushes by his lonesome on A, on Fountain. He's spraying through the smoke. But they're actually to his right-hand side, going through long. And now he does. Going back towards long. Must have just spotted himself 2 players. He's going to pull out to the rest of the team. Jumps across. Only loses 25 hit points in damage. And now he's going into toilets. Flamey's there. 5-7 can kill from this range, but not today. Not in this situation. Sparrow gets 1 before he gets dropped down from C's to gets his 2nd. And it's Edward actually that comes in for his 3rd. I thought that was C's for some reason because I am special like that. Innocent in toilets with the 5-7. Really, any frag here is decent from Innocent's perspective. If we can get 2, that is pretty much a miracle. You can hear Zeus running backwards and forwards in front of him. Bomb, he's going to detonate. He's looking for exit frags. That is a lovely headshot. And he gets an AK-47, which he will try and save alongside that smoke. Ah, but he gets taken down. That's why I'm saying 2 frags would be ideal, because that would pretty much have sealed the fate of that AK going forward into the 6th round. As it stands, they have plenty of funds to play with. And they do go for an AWP on Sparrow. Interesting enough, not onto Maniz. Sparrow does have a good spawn for long, which is maybe one of the things that factored into his decision. Yopop, this is a CT favoured map, I would say. It definitely doesn't look like it so far, though, does it? Innocent with a headshot on to C's. He probably will feel a bit hard done by that he didn't pick up that frag himself, and Gamers2. Perhaps we're going to see them come back again. You know, it came back from a horrific deficit on Mirage, albeit on T side, and they showed up on CT side. Boost in from Gamers2, and he's going to be peeking towards toilets. Na'Vi this time around did not have the opening picks, and therefore aren't really able to make the most of it. They've won all their rounds from getting the first 2 frags or so, and then they've just converted that into a rush onto the site. This time it's a bit different, but Zuzan's got himself a kill in retaliation. There's Mihu from Tunnel, making short work of Guardian, and that does give the Poles an advantage. 35 seconds left on the timer. Mihu's opened up his account once more, but there is Edward to shut it. Zeus, he's in a 1v2. The AWP shot from Sparrow misses, and that is going to cost them a bomb plant. Or is it actually? He goes for the repeat, looking for that kill, trying to catch Sparrow off guard, and now Zeus is checking out short. Oh, the spray was completely off from Zeus. And Maniz does finally take him down. A much needed round from Gamers2. A couple of iffy moments. I feel like the reason why Zeus didn't go for that plant is because he was thinking someone was coming from Connector. Judging by his movement, he thought someone was very quickly moving in on his position. But that man Zeus this time does not miss. He does land the mark. And that has opened up things nicely. Edward with 2 of his own. Sparrow and Maniz, what can you do? Sparrow still has that AWP in hand, and he's going to be saving that on A. While Maniz looks for potential exit frags, I should say. But this is the problem again that I mentioned on the T side. If you are well and truly behind and you win 1 round, you reset your round loss bonus. And if you don't keep that going forward, you find yourself in a horrific position economically speaking. So Gamers2, their economy is poor again. Mazzinho's got $0. Mihu's got 0. Of course, that's going to go up slightly after this is done. But you can see there, just really poor. They do get 2 kills at the end, so they're going to be able to save the AWP and the M4. The rest of their team is going to have to go ahead and upgrade pistols. Well, they can potentially drop a weapon or two. Let's see, I think Mihu may be on an upgraded pistol, and that's it. Yeah, there we go. FAMAS. So they are able to squeak out a force bite, but it's by no means fantastic. And look at this, Gamers2 have pretty much given up this site already. Mouse was in a good enough position to get the headshot onto Flamey. There is Innocent as well, and Edward is spraying onto short, but he doesn't get that kill. And Seized is going to get the upper hand onto Maniz, purely out of position. But now finds himself all alone. Lots of time to play with. He's got a couple grenades in his back pocket as well. So if he plays this one right, he can still pull this off for sure. Just needs to outthink Gamers2, needs to mind game them. That grenade not quite connecting, but from the angle it came from, they're going to know he's still around short. Maybe pulling back through connect. He's still got enough time to rotate all the way around into upper. And as time progresses on, this may be something that the CTs start to think about. At some point, if Seized keeps taking his time, Arzinho is going to be in a position where he may start to look towards upper. But the fact that that Molotov came through is going to pretty much put him off that idea. And there we go. The headshot comes through onto Seized. Seized did get the frag beforehand. And that is an important round for Gamers2. I was just going to say that if Seized kept playing like the seconds there, at some point Mazzini is probably going to have to check his back and think, oh, hold on a second, if he comes upper, I could very easily be taken down. But that is the beauty of having an overview watch of the game. You can see these little intricate things that the players can't. Edward is going to be pushing himself through mid. Maniz directly in front of him. There is a player to his left-hand side in the toilets and also one connector. And the connector player is Innocent with the AWP. Gets himself a second kill. And Gamers2, deja vu maybe from the first map. Starting very, very slowly. But finally getting those wheels moving and shifting through the gears. Seized and Guardian. Guardian has the AWP. Seized has the headshot onto Innocent. And there is the shot from Guardian as well. And another round maybe slipping out the grasp. As Mouse misses a bunch of bullets onto Seized that he'd have been fancying he could have landed. There we go again. Seized down to 14. Flashbang through. 48 seconds, but that bomb's been planted. He's going to get peeked off this AWP. And he doesn't get anything. Onto Guardian, who gets the headshot through the wall. That was a 3-on-2 for Gamers2. A round that would have put them 3-6 behind, which is still not a fantastic position to be in, but a hell of a lot better than 2-7. And now they're back on eco again. And they've pushed B so many times that it's forcing a lot of Gamers2 to stack into connector, to stack on B. And in doing so, they're leaving Sparrow by himself. While Zeus does the work in connector, does the damage. That's a lovely one tap with the 1D from Sparrow, but Zeus meanwhile in connector. Gets himself back a frag. Now Mouse. CZ. And it's smoked out. Is he going to push through? Looks likely. Gets the kill onto Flamey from the backside. Ran out of bullets. And that is 8-2 now to Na'Vi. It just goes to show what a temperamental game CS can be. After that last map, you'd be thinking Na'Vi will be on tilt. They'll be pushing that self-destruct button. Coming into overpass, people were asking me, what do you reckon is going to happen here? And I said, I think Gamers2 might have this now. But there's Na'Vi just running away with overpass. Is Gamers2 on eco again? This has 9-2 written all over it. And you could easily start to see a 10-5, 11-4 scoreline come up for Na'Vi on the T side. Which would just be horrendous from the Polish viewpoint. They've traded 1 kill apiece. Action coming on to B, as once again the CTs give it up. And Na'Vi are happy to oblige. That grenade lands on top of Mihu. And Zeus gets the kill, and now Sparrow, who's on A.
Bomb has been planted.
Go to Nick. Why don't you bet when you can use the Caster's Curse TM to your advantage? That's true. I feel that'd be cheating. Now Spero's going to try and save this weapon. Sees maybe moving into his crosshairs momentarily, but Spero shot a bit prematurely there. And now he's being surrounded by players. Flamey's dead ahead of him. And he will get the kill anyway in the forehead of Flamey. Who is that man? It's Guardian, who could be sneaking around the back. Made a bit of noise. Ah, what a shot. On to Spero. He's not going to save that weapon. And Na'Vi do indeed pick up their 9th round. What's the most viewers I've had on my stream? I had like 25k, I think a week or two ago when I was casting VP. I think. I'm not entirely sure. It was something like that. I didn't quite catch you asked that, sorry. Anyway, pop flash through from Innocent. It looks like they're going to try and mix up their playstyle. Gamers2 trying to catch Na'Vi off guard by playing hyper aggressive. I mean, it hasn't paid off for them because look at Na'Vi's positioning. They are very deep on the map. Seized was one of the most aggressive players and he's still getting killed on the T side of tunnels. Mouse gets the first, not the second, but there is another player there in the form of Innocent. And that crossfire to perfection as he gets a second kill. I think that may have been a team nade that came over and missed, derped, and didn't connect into connector itself. And a bit of an anticlimactic end there to the round as Gamers2 pick up their 3rd. The score in Mirage was 16-13 to Gamers2. So again, very, very deep, apart from Seized, who is going to be looking to be a bit of a nuisance in this kind of direction. He's trying to get as much info as possible. He is the only player that's been consistently doing this, running interference on this site. And so far, it has been paying out so well for Na'Vi. It's forcing the CTs to change positions all the time. They're never quite sure what to expect from Na'Vi. And now, it looks like it's going to be a long push. Zeus has a hatred of balloons, it would appear, and a hatred of Maniz's forehead as he rips through that, no problem. Like a hot knife through butter. And now Na'Vi... I was going to say that the A push is definitely on the cards, but Spero did get a nice little shot there with the AWP. Speaking of which, the flashbangs pretty much connect on his face. Nice shot from Guardian. And a second as well onto Innocent. And that opens up the A site completely, especially as Flamey goes in onto Mihu. And Mazzino must be like, guys, come on. There's 4 of you on the site and you all just fell one after another. What is going on? 3-10. I don't really know what to say. Just Na'Vi outclassing Gamers2 completely. Just going to have to see if Gamers2 can pull it back again. Last time around, the first half ended 11-4, but they were on the T side of Mirage. And the defense was just so strong and so solid. There's Innocent with a double. He gets taken down, but surely he's done enough for his team to salvage this round and potentially get a 5-10 half. And it's unbelievable I'm even saying that on the CT side. Zeus eats quite a few pistol bullets. I kind of wish that I'd switched over to Spero, because apparently he just cratered. I think he fell to his death. Owned by gravity. Flamey. He is with the MP7 down to 12 HP. Gamers2. If they were lost this round, it would just be heartbreaking. It's an M4 versus an MP7 and very low HP. And there is the 410 scoreline. Tell us about being a caster. I'll do that afterwards. I'm going to stream after I finish casting this evening. So I'll answer those questions because it may take a little while. And I want to focus on the game at hand. Oh my goodness, that knife is beautiful. Give. Give me that knife. Anyway, Innocent pushing through short. Sees this there, and he does get the kill. Onto him. Meanwhile, Zeus in connector is picked off by Sparrow. So again, Gamers2 are waking up when the half is ending. Edward's been dropped. Two on 5. I feel like the story of this half thus far has just been that Na'Vi have been so unpredictable, and Gamers2 have constantly given away free opportunities to Na'Vi and let them off the hook way too many times. And it's from individual mistakes, but I think it's also from mistakes from the calls that have been made. Like these little 1v1, 2v2 scenarios or aim duels, they seem to have lost the vast majority of them. So you can see there's uses on 19 for 9. Innocent 15-13. And other than that, it's pretty much steady fragging across the board. Roles have been reversed. 10-5 in favour of Na'Vi, who are now on the CT side. And I can't really emphasise enough how important this pistol round is for Gamers2. If they want to make the comeback happen, it's going to happen right here, right now for them. That's a nice bug there, saying that Guardian is on the T side, which he definitely isn't. Anyway, Sparrow is going to be going in. Meniz gets the first opening kill of this round. And then Flamey answers back in kind. Sparrow with a beautiful Tech 9. He's looking for the second one as well. And Seas drops down. That's the second headshot. Nicely done by Sparrow. The bomb's been planted, and it looks as though it is going to be Gamers2 picking up the pistol round and giving themselves a glimmer of hope. Guardian. And what do you have in your back pocket? Nothing. Because you just got headshotted down by Meniz. 6-10. Expect to see a force spike coming out from Na'Vi here. There we go. 5-7 and Kevlar. Scout for Flamey. Meanwhile, 3 AK-47s from Gamers2. So they are going hard in this round. And they need to win this round comfortably. Because if you... It's not just a case of you dying that you've lost economy. It's a case if you die here, you give across AK-47s to the enemy, who can then use it against you. And surprise, surprise, they've already lost one player. However, it wasn't one of the AK-47s. But there we go. They are lining up for Seas, and he is knocking them down. Sparrow and Zeus, and now it's all Sparrow, and he's died. And Na'Vi, in the blink of an eye, win the force buy round and get themselves an AK. And I was just saying how important, how critical it was that if Gamers2 are going to invest so much on AK-47s, they have to make sure they come out of that round with them. And they didn't. Na'Vi have just picked up a huge round that has shreked Gamers2. That has absolutely shreked them. They're going to go for the force on a couple players. Sparrow has himself Kevlar with a Tech 9. Zeus with the P90, I should say. Not the MP90. But look at this from Sparrow. He's going in aggressive and he gets himself 2 kills. Maybe he's just had enough of this. It doesn't seem to matter. I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know what to say about that force buy round from Na'Vi. They have pistols and they still out-aimed Gamers2. I mean, the 5.7 I think is an immensely underrated weapon. I think it's top tier weapon, especially for a pistol. I actually view the 5.7 to be stronger than the Tech 9 is, personally. Not many people would agree with that, I'm sure, but that's the way I view it. I'm still surprised. Sparrow, nice deagle work from him. He has been consistently doing that all day long. Sparrow is the last remaining player. He's done 2 HP. And, oh, Guardian comes in with the scout and gets that kill. 13-6. Buy up imminent from Gamers2. They don't have themselves an AWP. Let's see how they approach this round. Let's see how the terrorists are going to go. So I'm going to keep it on board with the terrorist perspective, and we're going to go with the bomb carry because that's normally a fair indication of what's going to happen. So again, you've got one player trailing off. This is Mihu, all by his lonesome. Sparrow is in connector. Meniz looking towards balloons, does get that kill. Edward beforehand did pick up the frag onto Mouse though, so what a fantastic trade for them. And meanwhile, Mihu has died playing the interference man on B. Sparrow opens up the door. Flamey's to his right-hand side. Flamey may think about peeking this one. That could prove to be his downfall. Innocent, meanwhile, is going to get the frag in mid. As I switch across, Sparrow does get the kill on Flamey, so he did end up peeking after all. This round has not gone too terribly for the T side. But how many times have we seen Gamers2 on overpass be a player up and throw it away? Guardian on A by himself, so let's have a look from his perspective. He tries a cheeky shot there. He tries to pop flash and it goes through the window for Guardian, but he has managed to get a kill, and it's down to a one-on-one. Innocent with 8 HP to his name. He's going to have to pull off a sick headshot here if he wants a chance at clutching this round out, and he just derps on the truck. He was flashed, in fairness to him. That pop flash though, 10 out of 10, teach me please. That completely caught me off guard. I can see exactly what he's going for. It's like, if I bounce it off this wall, it'll land in their faces and I'll pick up some sick frags. Oh wait, it went through the window. Who knew that you could break windows? CS physics, OP. Anywho, Na'Vi did win the round regardless, all joking aside, and that's 14-6. And that's Gamers2 getting a 1-for-1 trade, which is not bad, considering their weaponry. Get themselves an AK-47 in the process. Ooh, Guardian gets the first, looking for a second, gets it as well. The bomb's been dropped in a horrible place. He misses that last shot on Innocent. Innocent does make him pay, but he misses his shot. 15-6. Here was me expecting an epic close map on overpass. I was really looking forward to it, and it's been a complete blowout. It has been a very, very one-sided performance, with Na'Vi just stepping it up again. So again, let's have a look from the T's. What have you got for us? Innocent spraying through the smoke, gets the headshot onto C's, of course, just as I switch off him. Typical, best camera control EU. Sparrow gets killed in connector from Zeus with the bullpup. Well, Orc now as it's known. And with Mouse dropping, that is a 2-on-4. Both players are in close